What is good, everyone? We're here connected to Andy for week 3 of the AAB. Last week we ended up getting a forfeit win, which was pretty nice. This week they did not bring Meowscarada, ooh, and they bring the Tandem Mouse. And no Blissey as well is super nice for me. Didn't expect the Volcarona. I think I switched my Deoxys off of Rock Slide, which is unfortunate. But all in all, definitely not the worst it could have been for me here. Araquanid basically gets a KO every time it comes out. I could definitely see them being choice scarfed on either Garchomp or Raikou to try to outspeed my Darkrai and Deoxys. Honestly, I really like Darkrai lead here. I guess if it's Volcarona, it could be bad. Volcarona is very scary for my team. I do have a Tauros, though, that is choice scarf that can deal with that, though. And I do always outrun it, which is really nice. Maybe I even lead with Tauros. I totally could. I think Darkrai is just going to be a little bit better here. So if we see something like Gloking, then I can sub on that for sure. And yeah, it's a little bit annoying to see Tandem Mouse because that is their one form of hazard removal. Although I don't think it's a very good form with Tidy Up. But Tidy Up can be very scary for me because I'm not bringing a Pokemon that deals with it super well. Might have to deal with that with my Terapagos. Pheasantipity should be able to eat a +1 hit though, because we're max Phys Def. So yeah, good luck, have fun. Let's see. We see Raikou. Okay. So yeah, this is one of the leads that I thought made a lot of sense. Raikou, and I mean Dark Pulse does a ton. Thunderbolt from their side also just does a ton back to me though. I think it makes a lot of sense for me to just click this button though, because I can easily get a flinch and then I just like 2-hit KO them. They could be scarfed here, which is kind of what I'm expecting looking at the matchup, as they're not beautiful. They are just very bulky in their Aura Sphere. Yep, we do eat that, but it does a ton. They did like 108 or something, which is max attack timid at least. And I could sack my Darkrai early here. I would not love to. I don't have a great switch into this guy. Potentially Deoxys could be fine, but I take so much damage. This is tough because this this Darkrai is so good versus them. But it's okay. I think I'm just gonna Dark Pulse. We're just gonna try to get a flinch off here and potentially 3-hit KO as they Volt. Yeah, they take us out with that, which is okay. We know they're not Choice Scarf, which is big for me. We know they're not choiced at all. And we're going to get some switch initiative here. So if they go like Gloking, I can very easily just go out to Araquanid and Terra Water. They go out Mousehold. So this Pokemon's scary for sure. Pop Bomb does just OHKO my Araquanid, unfortunately. I think I could go Tauros with the Choice Scarf here and click Close Combat into them. Does look very solid. Yeah, I think Tauros in Close Combat. Now, if they end up being Choice Scarf, this could be bad because I'm not dealing with it defensively. But we're going to try to make the Tauros work here. Because taking this Pokemon out would be huge for me. And they can switch into the CC, but I'm just going to go for it. They might think, oh yeah, I'm just faster. But CC's like really not a good click into a lot of their team. Oh well, it's just what I'm going for here. I feel like it makes sense. Maybe it should have just been Body Slam, but that's fine. Yeah, they are just going to withdraw. Oh well. Do you see Slowking come in? We see Garchomp. This is going to take a decent bit. Yeah, Garchomp, even if they're tanky, they should take... that's like a solid amount. It does look very tanky, though. And they're going to be Rough Skin. Are you Rocky Helmet as well? Yes, you are. Okay. Good to know. I feel like we're going to see a Hazard come out here. Hazard is annoying, but I can deal with it for sure. I kind of like the idea of going out to my Araquanid. We don't actually knock him out, unfortunately, though. So I can make the aggressive play. or just go Pheasantipity here. I mean, Pheasantipity doesn't really do anything. I feel like it's got to be Terapagos or Dio. It's got to be one of the two. I just think Dio probably dies to just about anything. Dio super dies to EQ. Not to a Dragon Tail, but that Pokemon's so good. I gotta go Terapagos. Alright, I just have to, I think. And I'm in a bad spot off the bat. Not my best game so far, for sure. As they do just rock up, that's fine. I can spin this away easily. I think I want to get my own rocks up here, though. I think that makes the most sense. If they stay in, it's kind of crazy. Unless they're, like, spiking or something. But I could knock this out with an Ice Beam here. I don't think they're going to risk that. Because Ice Beam just OHKOs this guy. Yeah, they do withdraw, so we're going to get our hazards up as well. We're going to see Slowking. Perfect. Perfecto. I could try and attack this guy. I could Rapid Spin. I have a lot of different options. We might just get Sludge Bombed. They might also just Chilly Reception. I do really want these hazards to go away, though. So I'm going to spin. I'm going to spin, and it might put me in a worse spot. It actually does decent damage. Not going to lie. A little bit better than I expected, as we do see Sludge Bomb come out. So there goes my Terra Shell. Not the worst thing that we could have seen. We do get poisoned, which is the worst thing we could have seen, though. That is definitely the worst thing we could have seen. And their Black Sludge, very interesting. I really want to get my Sticky Webs up in this game. Now, looking at this. I think if I get my webs up with Araquanid, we do have an opportunity to just sweep. I also can just sweep with Deoxys. Or Tauros. Like, both of those Pokemon are really good. I'm going to make the Pheasantipity play here, though. We might see Chili. We might see them try to go out to Mousehold. Is kind of the idea that I'm thinking. Yeah, they do Chili. And even if they go out to Chomp, I can Play Rough or I can Taunt. No, we're not fast enough for Garchomp. Not fast enough for Tank Chomp. They do absolutely nothing to me with an Earthquake, though. The unfortunate thing is that Earthquake plus the Play Rough damage would be tough. They go out to Mousehold, which is nice for me. So Tidy Up puts me in a really weird situation, right? I can definitely lose, so I have to just Play Rough this guy, and I have to land. They do Tidy Up, which made the most sense, definitely. Yeah, +1 speed, +1 attack is nutty for this Pokemon. And if I miss here, I probably just lose. We do hit. Beautiful. Get the poison. We get the attack drop. That's actually huge. That is huge. Okay, so now I always live this Pop Bomb. Ooh, that is nice. That's really nice. I'm just going to Play Rough again. This Mousehold will go down, or they'll swap out. And I'm very much on the back foot now, but I have an opportunity. I definitely have an opportunity here. If they go Volcarona, I will just U-turn out, as they do go for Pop Bomb. Yeah, I mean, they're doing a lot of damage with each, but not nearly enough. Right? Yep, there we go. Beautiful. We do land, and we're going to take out the Mousehold, which is huge for me, because that Pokemon was such a threat. Should have put Helmet on this Pokemon. On this Fez. Would have helped me out a lot here, but that's fine. I still have the opportunity to potentially Roost. Yeah, I can Roost on Slowking. Even if they want to click a Psychic move, I should be able to Roost on Slowking. Now, they could go out to Chomp here. If they go Chomp, they're probably... what? Oh, they go Volcarona. Okay, I just have to U-turn here. because this thing can set up and be scary. And they do Quiver Dance, yep. But my Tauros should be able to outspeed this thing. Volcarona, Quiver Dance at +1. Pretty sure I outspeed them. They do get the Flame Body on me, of course. Of course. But yeah, all we have to do is just go out to my Scarf Tauros and click Rock Slide. And this thing will go down, so I don't have to worry about that. Unless we miss here, which would just end the game. That might not be true. I might be able to come back. And maybe it's a little bit safer to Body Slam, because then I can take him out with E-Speed afterwards with Dio. But this is fine. This is fine. I really want to get my Rock up in this game, though, because that will help me take out the Slowking with Dio knockoff. I just need a little bit of chip to try to put that thing into range, especially if they're Spadef. Would be huge. Now, they definitely could swap out here. They do. So they know I'm Scarfed, but that's nice. That's definitely nice, as they're going to go out into some Urshifu. Okay. I mean, this is easily just a sack. It's a sack of a Pheasantipity because we got poisoned, or because we got burned, which just is very tough, obviously, like I've said a million times. So we're going to sack it. Then we're probably going to go Araquanid. Yep, they just CC. So yeah, now Araquanid comes out, especially like if that thing's banded or Choice Scarfed or something. Puts me in a nice spot where I do not tear water, obviously. And at -1 defense, they die from full. So that's nice. We get the free kill here. I also could web. Webs look very solid. They have no way to get rid of them. I think I just liquidate, because I pick up a KO every time here with liquidation. Yeah, every single time I pick up a KO. So I'm just going to play it safe and go for this. If they are choice banned, they'll do like 50, 60, something like that. As they do just swap out. So yeah, something should just die. It's going to be the Raikou. This thing's super dead. Good B. What do I do? Okay, so I'm most worried about Sucker Punch from that Urshifu, obviously, for my Dio. Because I took off sub at the last minute as well. I'd switch up that entire Dio set. Unfortunately, would have been a lot better in this game if I didn't. So that Urshifu is such a huge threat. Against my Tauros, with Sucker Punch, they also just do a billion. As Slowking ends up coming out here, not quite what I expected. Because I could get a web up here. I could Trailblaze a couple times as well. And just be nasty versus them. Is that the right play? I want to see... Okay, Garchomp. A tanky Garchomp. At -1 speed. They actually outrun me, unfortunately. It's interesting, because I could just liquidate this guy right now, which would be huge for me. Or I could web, which looks better for the late game. But Dio doesn't need a web, right? Dio, it does not matter if there's a web. Dio, it just matters if this thing is damaged. I'm gonna liquidate. I'm gonna get off the damage here. Yeah, that is so much. Jeez. So we're just gonna see a Future Sight. That's totally fine with me. That is totally fine. And this guy should be in range of Dio knockoff now. So I'm thinking that I just get up a web here. I'm thinking I just get my late game webs up. I think that makes the most sense. They are gonna withdraw now. So I could have gotten like free damage, but it's probably Chomp. Yep. Chomp comes out. And this is nice to get the web up. What is the sack here? I think it's going to be Tauros. If I go Tauros, the focus or the future sight probably will take me out afterwards. But I can go Dio. Yeah, if I die here, I just go Dio. And Ice Beam is very free. Man, if I was just Rock Slide, I would have been so fine in this game too. We do just see them go for Stealth Rock, which is nice. And now Body Slam is very free. I won't be able to knock them out. I think I live this. Yeah, we live on 1. That's nice. So yeah, I just get the Body Slam off. And we're going to die to Stealth Rock or the Rough Skin. Then I can go Terapagos. I can Rapid Spin. Or I can go Deoxys. We do see Dragon Tail, which is fine. I think Terapagos might make the most sense. But that... See, it kind of allows them to get their Volcarona in. That's the one thing I'm worried about, is them going Volcarona. Because then they can Quiver Dance up, and they can potentially beat me. I do have an Araquanid, though. I think we're going to go Pagos here. And I'm going to Stealth Rock. I think Stealth Rock makes this better for me. It's going to be really tough. It's going to be very tough. Because I don't think I beat that Urshifu. Yeah, what do I do 100% against the Urshifu? They're just going to EQ. I should live this. Yes, easily. We're going to set up the rock. So I can spin here, which will give me extra health on Araquanid to live an Urshifu hit. Or I can Ice Beam and take this guy out. Ice Beam, I don't think is a good play at all, though. So I'm just going to spin because I don't want to let Volcarona get in. We should live this and then die. No, they crit me. Oh, they crit me. That's no good. That is no good. Okay. Well, I'm forced to go Dio now. Oh, if I don't get crit there, I get the stealth. No, I don't anyways. Because of their Rough Skin. So I guess it didn't matter. I guess it didn't really matter. Except for maybe I would be able to click a Zen Headbutt on this turn. But we'll Ice Beam. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna lose. Yeah, because I would have been able to Zen Headbutt on this turn. Be a little bit safer. They're gonna go hard Shifu. Whoa. Never mind, I made the right play. Yeah, this thing just like straight up dies to this plus E-Speed. What? Why did they make that play? Why did they make that play? Why did they make that play? I just want to see the priority. It's just +1. I just E-Speed. Yeah, this thing's gone. Bro. Okay, if they go Volcarona, they can't Quiver Dance versus me. They take so much. If they're not boots, they just straight up die to any hit, basically. Even if they are boots, Zen Headbutt has a 70% chance to KO if they're no investment. This Slowking dies to knockoff. Because they're especially defensive, it actually does 100% to them. So they just die to knock. This thing's super dead. Yeah, and if... Man. Okay. Deoxys is just picking up KO after KO. I think they made a terrible play switching out into the Urshifu on the Ice Beam. I think that play cost them the game because besides that, I think they were basically just going to straight up win. They go Volcarona now. Are you going to be boots? Are you boots? You are boots. Zen Headbutt looks like it's a KO here anyways. And we do hit. Come on, give me the KO. Boom! Let's go, Deoxys. Let's go. And then what's the last Pokemon in the back? That's going to be... the Garchomp, yeah. And Garchomp just dies to Ice Beam. I guess we get a little mini sweep there. I like that for me. We will definitely take it. GG's. That was a very scary game because I could have lost that basically off of lead because I didn't bring what I needed to bring to deal with the Mousehold and the Volcarona. But yeah, GG's. It's a nice 2-0 win for us. So hopefully we'll be able to continue this momentum. That's multiple leagues that we're 3-0 in, which feels really nice. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you do, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe because you got a lot of fun stuff coming soon. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.